Again, friend, happy St. Patrick's Day. The Obama administration, coming late to the party, has decided that they are going to label ISIS as a group that commits genocide. So, we're going to play a clip from Secretary of State John Kerry's press conference this morning, his statement. Now, he refers to ISIS as Daesh as opposed to ISIS. And Daesh is sort of an acronym of Islamic words, which almost mean the same thing. It does say the word Islam in that phrase, but for whatever reason, he thinks it's cute to call them Daesh instead of calling them ISIS. So if there's any confusion about that, there's the reason. So let's listen to Senator John Kerry's words.
Daesh is responsible for genocide against groups in areas under its control, including Yazidis, Christians, and Shia Muslims. Daesh is genocidal by self-proclamation, by ideology, and by actions, in what it says, what it believes, and what it does. Daesh is also responsible for crimes against humanity and ethnic cleansing, directed at these same groups, and in some cases also against Sunni Muslims, Kurds, and other minorities.
All right. Everything he said is true. 100% true. But hear me on this. If you take out the word Daesh and insert the word Islam, not Muslims, Islam. Listen to what it says, because this statement is also true. Ready? Here I go. Islam
is responsible for genocide against groups in areas under its control, including Yazidis, Christians, and Shia Muslims.
Now, I'm not trying to be cute. What I'm trying to show you is that the philosophy, the religion, the law code of Islam, as established by Muhammad, the founder of Islam, and his companions, the first generation of Muslims, what ISIS is doing is a near perfect reflection of Muhammad and his early companions. Now, all of this information to vindicate, justify, to confirm what I'm saying to you is carefully hidden away in books. I'm quoting from a movie. What was that movie? The one where the alligators would come and eat people? Oliver Platt said the line. Oh, I wish I knew the name of it. It was about up in a lake in New York. All right, never mind. Anyway, you see behind me a bunch of books, okay? Many of these are books on Islam written by Muslims who are the heroes of Islamic history and Islamic theology. More than heroes, they're like the fathers of it, okay? So ISIS has self-consciously set out to mimic what Muhammad did. It's just that simple. If you have an intense conversion to Islam, who do you want to mimic? Who do you want to follow? Whose example do you want to set the pace of your day? Well, it's Muhammad. It's very simple. Just like if you converted to Christianity, you're going to want to mimic Christ and his earliest apostles, his disciples. All right, so I've been corresponding with some people in the Middle East. I traveled in the Middle East, and the lack of knowledge about the Muslim religion, the Islamic religion, was astounding to me. And Donald Trump, in his recent statement where he said, Islam hates us, that was a true statement. What he didn't say was that most Muslims hate us, because that's different. All right? Islam is the system of thought. It's the religion. It's the law code. It's the blueprint. It's Sharia law. That's Islam. Muslims are people that, to one degree or another, have made a declaration in faith that Muhammad was a prophet of God, the final prophet of God, the seal of the prophets, the last one. So, I got a letter from a Muslim woman from the Middle East. Not going to give her name, not going to even give her a country, but I want you to listen to what she said. I'm a Muslim and I can tell you that ISIS are so far from the Islamic path. 2, in Islam, slavery is forbidden, and everyone who had some slaves were told to set them free for Allah's sake and were promised to be rewarded by Allah in heaven. Muslims also invented a way for slaves to work for their master and to buy their freedom. By the way, number 2 is not true. In Islam, slavery is not forbidden. It's not. All right, Sharia law to this day explains how a slave is to be treated. There is an element of truth in what she said. Everyone were told to set a slave free for Allah's sake and were promised to be rewarded by Allah in heaven. Muhammad did say on a number of occasions that very high reward exists for a man who has a female slave, who teaches her the religion of Islam, who manumits her, frees her, and then marries her. He's already had sex with her because she is his female slave. And he said, if you want to receive a great reward from Allah, teach her Islam, free her, and marry her. In other words, make her legit. That's what Islam is. All right, I know that I'm late. Can I keep going and then just want me to take a break and come back to it? All right, I'm going to take a break and I will finish with this letter. It's very interesting. And what you're going to see is an example of a Muslim who does not know her own religion. I wonder if she knew that Muhammad did have sex slaves. I wonder if she would abandon Islam. I'll probably never know.